Old Hollywood was an ever-changing place where major actors and actresses could be the next big thing one moment and a forgotten relic the next. Sometimes the most difficult choice they ever had to make was when to get out. Keep watching to learn about old Hollywood stars who quit acting at the peak of their career. Rita Hayworth. Margarita Carmen Cancino was born October 17, 1918. Her parents were performers as well. Her father, Eduardo, was a professional dancer, and her mother, Volga, was part of the Ziegfeld Follies. They trained her early and took her to dance lessons as a child, and she was already a professional dancer at age 12. She never had the courage to tell her abusive father it was his passion and not hers. Rita's big break came with the 1935 film Under the Pampas Moon. Her contract with Fox led to several other projects, including Dante's Inferno, Charlie Chan in Egypt, and more. Her most famous work was the 1946 film Gilda. Rita's personal life wasn't as glamorous. Her first marriage to Eddie Judson in 1937 went downhill fast. She continued to be unlucky in love after leaving Eddie. Her second husband, Orson Welles, was emotionally unavailable and cheated on her several times. Her wedding to Prince Ali Khan was elaborate, but they split up in 1951 after he also cheated on her. He accused her of being an alcoholic, and she took their daughters back to New York in 1951. That started a bitter custody battle that she eventually won. Her final marriage to singer Dick Haymes also fell apart. Her career had gone downhill by the 70s, and the tabloids also claimed she was an alcoholic. An artist at Newport Beach took notice and sent her to get professional help. The truth is, she had undiagnosed Alzheimer's since the 60s. She found comfort in neighbors, but her daughter, Yasmine Jeffries, abandoned her singing career to help her mother in her final years. Rita Hayworth died on May 14, 1987. Julie Christie. Julie Christie was born April 14, 1940. She grew up on a plantation in India before moving to England and finishing up her education in France. She planned on becoming an artist before joining the Frinton Repertory of Essex in 1957. Her acting debut came in 1961 with the sci-fi TV series A for Andromeda. Her film debut was in the 1962 comedy Crooks Anonymous. One of her most memorable roles was her work alongside Warren Beatty in the 1971 Western McCabe and Mrs. Miller. Their chemistry made it a hit and began a long love affair. Julie's final box office hit was in the 1968 film Petulia. It sent her up as one of the best actresses in Hollywood, but she walked away after it was finished. Julie had never dreamed of superstardom and wasn't concerned with finding huge leading roles. She took a few parts but turned down many others that won other actresses Oscars. She also worked with Warren a few times after they split in films like Shampoo and Heaven Can Wait. Julie was considered retired by the 90s, but the truth was she was particular about what she chose to act in. The 1997 film Afterglow won her a Best Actress Oscar nomination. She also returned to the stage in 1995 for a production of Old Times. Since then, she's only taken small supporting roles that she's willing to dedicate herself to. Donna Mills. Donna Mills' breakthrough role came in 1971 with the Clint Eastwood film Play Misty for Me. She also starred in the Dallas spin-off Knots Landing from 1979 to 93. Her career flourished after these successful projects, but she always felt something was missing. She'd always wanted to be a mom and decided to adopt a daughter named Chloe at age 54. Donna left Hollywood for 18 years to take care of her daughter. She only took a few acting jobs in the first few years to make ends meet. Not everyone agreed with her decision to adopt a daughter when she did, but she now feels it's better to be a mother in your later years. Debra Winger. Debra Winger became one of the highest-paid actresses of the 80s. She had a string of hits with Urban Cowboy, An Officer and a Gentleman, and Terms of Endearment. There was plenty of drama behind the scenes in that final film. She couldn't get along with her co-stars Shirley MacLaine and Richard Gere. It gave her a reputation for being difficult, but she believes she would have been praised for her tenacity if she were a man. The world was surprised when she suddenly left Hollywood at age 40. She said she wanted to spend more time with her husband, Arliss Howard, and their children, Noah and Babe. It also gave her time to spend with her mother before her passing. She eventually came back to Hollywood in films such as Big Bad Love in 2001. Her most recent appearance was in the TV series Mr. Corman in 2021. Kim Novak. Kim Novak rose to fame as the star of the Alfred Hitchcock film Vertigo in 1958. It's now considered one of the greatest films of all time. She said in her book, Kim Novak, Her Art and Life, that being a part of Hollywood made her lose her sense of who she was. Hollywood execs didn't seem to be satisfied with her true self and personal choices. She had to refuse Columbia Pictures head Harry Cohn's requests to change her name and stop dating Sammy Davis Jr. Kim now lives in the Rogue River Valley of Oregon. She's become a skilled artist and also an animal lover. Her husband, Robert Malloy, was a veterinarian who she met when he came to care for one of her Arabian horses. He died November 27, 2020, and she called him her soulmate. Before we tell you more, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already.
Susie does too.
Grace Kelly. Grace Kelly was another actress who rose to fame with Hitchcock films like Dial M for Murder, Rear Window, and To Catch a Thief. They made her a sought-after sex symbol and box office draw. The way she left Hollywood is one of the more interesting stories. She met Prince Rainier III of Monaco at the Cannes Film Festival, and they got married in 1956. She had to leave the world of old Hollywood to fulfill her duties as Princess Grace. Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple was born April 23, 1928. She became a major child star and acted in at least 14 movies. Her adorable curls and innocent persona made her a major box office draw. Shirley left Hollywood in her 20s to take up another unexpected pursuit, politics. She was appointed to the U.S. General Assembly by Richard Nixon. She became an ambassador twice, first to Ghana under Gerald Ford and then to Czechoslovakia under George Bush. Shirley Temple died on February 10, 2014. Her story of how America's sweetheart became a major political figure continues to inspire. Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis was born April 29, 1957. He's won more accolades than most Hollywood actors. He's got 4 Oscars and has even been knighted by Queen Elizabeth II. Daniel decided in 2017 to take those honors and run. His rep said in a statement he won't be acting anymore, but didn't offer any comments as to why. Daniel already went into semi-retirement in the 1990s. His most recent film was Phantom Thread in 2017, but it seems like it might be his last. Cary Grant. Archibald Alec Leach was born January 18, 1904. He left school at 14 to join a troupe of comedians and eventually had one of the most prolific careers of any classic Hollywood actor. Cary acted in over 72 movies. He eventually decided to retire after the birth of his only daughter Jennifer in 1966 at age 62. He died at age 82 of a cerebral hemorrhage on November 29, 1986. Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman was born January 30th, 1930. His successful 60-year acting career ended when he was 74. Health issues were one of his primary motivations for leaving. He says the straw that broke the camel's back was a failed stress test. The doctor told him his heart couldn't handle the demands of acting anymore. Gene is 90 years old and has also become a successful author. His first book came out in 1999, and his latest, titled Pursuit, was released in 2013. Greta Garbo. Greta Lovisa Gustafson was born September 18, 1905. She grew up poor after her father died, but began an acting career when the department store she worked at used her in their film ads. Greta got a scholarship for drama school at age 18 and eventually earned a contract with MGM that led to several successful films, one of the most famous of which was 1935's Anna Karenina. Greta was a staple of old Hollywood and created a special style known as the Garbo mystique. It only lasted until she was 36. She was shaken by the end of World War II and felt the world had changed forever. Her retirement was meant to be temporary, but she never came back after the 1941 film Two-Faced Woman. Letters she wrote indicate she was disillusioned with the work. She stayed in her New York City home until her death at age 84 on April 15, 1990. Now it's time to hear from you. Which old Hollywood star do you miss watching the most? Let us know in the comment section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.